If you're anything like me, you probably find it really difficult in order to fall asleep at night. You sit there, lie in bed for 30 minutes straight, you toss and turn, and you just can't get to sleep. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 4 actionable tips that you can implement into your daily life in order to get better sleep and to wake up well rested. The first step that you need in order to get better sleep is to make sure that your sleep is actually consistent. This is a concept brought up in the book Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. Essentially, there is this thing known as sleep debt, where the amount of sleep that you get kind of accumulates over time and makes you more and more tired as you go along. Apparently, if you don't get 7 hours of sleep every single day for a straight week, the effect of that is equivalent to not sleeping for a full 24 hours at a time. And if you've ever tried to pull an all-nighter, you know exactly how bad that is on your cognitive function, your memory, your mood. All of these things are really, really bad when you stay up for 24 hours straight. The second tip that I have for you to get better sleep is to adjust your caffeine. I did a video on caffeine already if you want to check it out after this video is over. It is really important that you take caffeine at the proper time so that it doesn't actually affect your sleep. So in that video, I kind of talked about caffeine having a half-life of about 5 hours, which basically means if you consume a cup of coffee at 5 p.m, at 10 p.m, you're still going to have half of that coffee still inside of your body, which is really going to affect your sleep. The general guideline around caffeine consumption is to not take it after 2 p.m. So I started religiously doing this recently where I haven't been consuming caffeine after 2 p.m. And what I've found is that my sleep has improved a lot better. Like, I've waked up more refreshed. I've been able to fall asleep a lot easier. Before, I was really restless in bed and I had to toss and turn for like 30 minutes to an hour. Now, as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm just like, oh. The third actionable tip that you can implement into your daily life is to incorporate a wind down routine. A lot of us, before we go to sleep, we are still continuously doing things that are keeping us awake. For example, checking your notifications on your phone, scrolling through social media, even reading on an iPad or a Kindle. That is going to keep your mind preoccupied. Now, the problem with that is that when you put your phone down, your mind continues to start racing. You're still thinking about that last TikTok that you watched, that last Instagram post that you saw, or that last conversation that you were having with your friends in the group chat. All of these things are still going to be going on in your mind, and your body has to calm down and remove these things from your brain before you actually fall asleep. However, if you start incorporating a wind down routine, meaning like 1 hour before you fall asleep, turn off your phone or don't use your phone and do other things. Have a conversation with someone.
Yeah, I don't know about any of this, man.
A lot of these things will help you wind down and fall asleep faster because your brain can kind of unload and allow for it to actually calm down before you actually fall asleep. What I've noticed when I actually do my wind down routine is that I can fall asleep a lot faster, my rest is a lot better, and I get much more sleep. The fourth actionable tip that you can implement is to remove the blue light from all of your devices. Now, some of us just can't put down our phone, and that's fine. If that is the case, what you should probably do is remove the blue light from your screens. Now, all of the colors of the rainbow are inside of white light. One of those components is blue light. This blue light signals to your body that it's still daytime. Looking at these LED screens kind of messes with your circadian rhythms. It kind of says, hey, I'm still awake. Many devices these days have a blue light filter actually built in. On an iPhone, I believe it's called Night Shift. On an Android phone, it's called Eye Comfort Shield, I think. Speaking of using your brain, if you found value from this video, I'd really appreciate if you left me a thumbs up. It really does help me out and it helps spread this video to more people to help them get better sleep, which they might be doing while they're trying to get to sleep, which is counterintuitive. That's a tough one. Now, on your laptop devices, what you can actually download is an app known as F.lux or F.lux. I think it's Flux, but I normally pronounce it as F.lux. What do you guys pronounce it as? Let me know down in the comments below. I call it F.lux. F.lux is a really great app that I've been using for many, many years. This is not a sponsored video, but I've been using it on all of my devices. It's one of the apps that I download immediately when I get a new device. Essentially, what it does is it removes the blue light from your screen whenever the sun actually goes down. And so you don't actually have to remember to set it, it will do it automatically and turn off when the sun comes back up. What I found is that it really helps me late at night when I'm doing work and I'm trying to stay up late. It's helping me not stay up too late and affect my actual sleep. Getting better sleep isn't rocket science. You just have to be consistent and do the same thing over and over again and adhere to certain principles that I've talked about today. The problem is that your sleep is really delicate. If you miss one day of your wind down routine, it could derail you for the entire week. The most important thing is that you get back on and you try and fix your sleep all the time. If you're interested in that video that I did about caffeine, make sure to check it out right here. Otherwise, all my playlists are right here. I'll see you over there.